always walk our dog around the big block right there. Not big. It's about 60 pounds brown. It's Calico. We're always walking. We live right here.
Hey everybody, this is Bruce Bishop. We're back over here at the fire scene. Obviously the 216 Bistro area is gone. It's been gone since pretty close to the beginning of the fire. The Allstate building, which was very heavily damaged. And then Lou's Pizza, which surprisingly is actually still standing. Completely gutted out inside though. That building's completely gone. And there is some damage to this building next door also. So we have a state fire marshal on scene. They're investigating. I think that's the lighting's a little bad here, but you think you can see over here. Rosalind asking, yeah, Lou's Pizza, unfortunately, that's definitely a complete loss. There's basically nothing left inside that building. The whole building's gutted out. Yeah, Jeff is saying they'll bulldoze it. I suspect it'll be maybe bulldozed even this afternoon. But the Bistro building, looks like they must have a basement underneath it because looks like a hole in the ground. They've been pulling some stuff out with a little excavator. Nobody was hurt. However, if you see all these fire hoses, that person in that truck right there decided to drive through all of this. So everybody kind of jumped on the truck and stopped him, but he ran over all these hoses. So he's getting tickets right now from the police department. I'm going to attempt to talk to one of the fire chiefs here. Just a matter of catching them when they have a minute. Jeff, what departments responded? Really, almost everybody. They had a truck in from Medina County and definitely all the local ones in the area. Leary was in the back with their aerial. In fact, they're just Tower 8 just pulling out right now. Main Street is definitely closed and likely will be closed for a while. Lori, right now, honestly, I couldn't even tell you how many departments were involved. There were so many different departments here. Just off the top of my head, Grafton Village, obviously, Grafton Township, Eaton Township, North Ridgeville, Amherst, like I said, a department from Medina County, pretty much most of them. They had the tankers activated, so they were trucking in water. Yeah, Amanda, about the water from Allstate, I understand that their sprinkler system did go off in the building, so they had extensive damage through there, a lot of smoke damage, so there's very, very heavy damage to Allstate It doesn't look bad from a distance, but there's big structural damage all down the side of it, so that building is definitely a problem. Yeah, see the mention about Illyria. Illyria was definitely here. They were a huge part of this with their tower. That was one of the key pieces, along with the Medina truck, the Medina County truck that kept the fire from spreading across. Let me talk to our reporter here 1 second.
Village, range. But again, it's really, there is still not a definite number of how many are and were involved in assisting the fire.
Have you been able to talk to one of the chiefs yet? Who? Okay. I'm good right now. Thank you very much. Thank you. I tell you what, we're going to jump over here to Bruce for a second. The other Bruce.
Hi there, folks. It's Bruce Walton from the Chronicle Telegram. I was able to speak with Village Administrator Joe Price. He was able to tell me right now they're cleaning up what is left of Bistro 216, and unfortunately, Lou's Pizza, which has been a mainstay for decades in the village, is going to have to be brought down. Now, this is a very historical building. It's been around since the late 1900s. I'm sorry, late 1800s, and it has been Lou's Pizza for about some odd 40 years, and it is really going to be, from what Joe said to me, the community is going to be very broken up about it. It's been just a huge jewel of the community, but unfortunately, due to the extent and the damage of the fire, it's going to have to be brought down. It's just not structurally sound enough to be left alone like this.
Have they told you when they think they're going to take it down?
They are hoping to do this within day's end. They want to make sure that this is taken down as soon as possible. And just for the safety reasons, it cannot be left up for much longer. There has been, as you can see, significant damage to the Allstate building. As you can see on this side, it's gotten into, the first and second floor. And from what he told me when he walked in there, he said the second floor is down on the first floor. There is not really much on the left side of that building that is, untouched. The right side, I have not been able to get as much information, but both these three buildings have really been hit, at the very least significantly, that they cannot be left alone. I believe that the Allstate building is not going to be taken down, but we don't have any confirmation of that yet. It is the least damaged, but that has nothing to do with its fate as far as we know.
So for those just joining, so the Allstate is the brick building right there. The empty space was Bistro. Is it 216 Bistro or Bistro 216?
I believe it's Bistro 216.
Okay, so that empty space, that collapsed very early in the fire. Next to that is Lou's Pizza, which is completely gutted. That, as he said, that's going to be torn down. Do we have any word on the building next to that? That had to have some damage.
I spoke with Joe Price. He said that it is not yet confirmed what has, touched Kurzak and Associates. It is an attorney-at-law office, but it seemed to be at least perhaps somewhat damaged, but at the very least structurally sound. but he was unable to tell me what the details of the extent of that damage is. So as you can see, Lou's Pizza's sign is still up. I am gonna try and see if I can find the family again. Perhaps that can be at least salvaged or saved as just sort of a memento of the memory of this establishment.
Who's handling the fire investigation? State fire marshals here, but the Lorain County.
The Lorain County. The Lorain County Association of Fire Investigators were also here. I can't really say where they are right now, but the fire marshal is currently investigating the fire and the site, and we may get the ability to kind of survey the site once things have cooled down a little bit more.
Okay. All right, Bruce. Thank you.
No problem.
That's not a window. I think that's into our back, like the back area.
So you used to work there?
Yeah.
Mind if I talk to you on camera?
Hey, I'm Heather. You look great. Yeah, Heather, you want to do this? Angel, you can. Yeah, sure.
All right.
It's our family shop.
It's your family business, okay. Well, we are live right now, so if you just want to tell everybody who you are.
I'm Brianna.
Hi, Brianna. Who are you?
I'm Angel.
All right. So I've seen you both. It's been obviously a rough day. I've watched you both today. What can you tell me about the business and your family and what's next?
This was my great-grandma's place. It's been open for 42 years. Whole family's worked here. It's devastating, for sure. As of right now, our plan is to rebuild. Just talked to Scott, and he is saying we will rebuild. And if for some reason he can't, or whatever, the rest of the family already talked, we'll make it happen.
Are you wanting to make sure that you stay within the village of Grafton?
Probably. I'm not sure what their hopes are right now, what the plan is, but definitely rebuilding and continuing on with our business.
Have the fire department or firefighters told you about being able to get in at any possible time to salvage if anything has been saved?
Nothing's able to be saved. They said it's all gone. There's nothing else left.
Especially the basement?
Yeah.
What about the sign just above the business?
We would like to save the sign if possible. It's been around for a long time, and we can redo the sign, clean it. So we did ask if they'd be able to save it. They're going to try, but because the structure is unsafe at this moment, I'm not sure if it's going to happen.
Of course.
How's your some of that smoke you've been breathing in all day, right? So how's the reaction been from the community? I know from what I've been seeing online, which you probably will want to look at later on, that so many comments from people wishing your family well.
There's positive comments, there's negative comments, which it'll come and go. We just gotta not let it bother us, roll off our shoulders and continue on. But for the negative comments, they don't know, nobody knows. It's not been confirmed as to what started it, but I will say it has not been started here in our building. So it started at another building and just moved to us.
Right.
Is there, was there anyone living in your building?
No,
Okay.
nobody was living there. Just storage.
Okay, so I guess we understand they're going to attempt to take the building down this afternoon.
Yes, that's what the firefighters had told me.
Okay. So
But there's no way of getting inside. The floors are caving in.
Right.
The ovens, I can see them have fallen through the floor. Well, partially. And the ceilings have fallen through. So.
Okay. And so just for people just joining in, just give us your name and what your relationship is with the business.
I'm Brianna, and it's our family business. I am Lou's great-granddaughter. I don't even know what to say.
No, I understand. Okay, thank you so much for talking to us.
Like you hit the replay, you go back to 2.5 hours.
Bruce, I was also told by Joe Price that at least for these two buildings that they are at a total loss with a cost of about $200,000 to $250,000 each.
These two, so Lou's and the other one,
Losing the bistro,
2 to 250.
They do not have any numbers yet on Allstate, just because it is not at a complete and total loss over there.
Okay.
They're trying to ventilate that to see if it'll restart anything that they missed.
All right, everybody, what we're going to do is I need to do some shooting here and work on talking to a couple people, so I'm going to discontinue the feed here for a little bit, and we will definitely be back with updates. We'll definitely be here when we get to the potential demolition if it happens today. So thank you all for tuning in, and stick around. We'll definitely be back with more as it happens.